Hurricanes. These swirling giants of wind and rain are a force to be reckoned with. They are nature's way of reminding us just how powerful the planet can be. Imagine winds howling at over 74 miles per hour, torrential rain flooding streets and waves crashing against the shore with immense force. That, my friends, is the raw power of a hurricane. These massive storms are known by different names around the world. Hurricanes in the Atlantic, typhoons in the Pacific, and cyclones in the Indian Ocean. But no matter the name, the impact is the same. A potent mix of wind, rain, and storm surge that can leave a trail of destruction in its wake. Hurricanes are classified into 5 categories, with Category 5 being the strongest. The higher the category, the more destructive the hurricane. We measure their intensity using the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale, which helps us understand the potential damage a hurricane can inflict. But hurricanes are more than just wind and rain. They are complex weather systems with a life cycle of their own. Understanding how they form, how they work, and the devastation they can cause is crucial for anyone living in hurricane-prone areas. A hurricane isn't just a chaotic mess of wind and rain. It's a complex system with distinct parts, each playing a crucial role in the storm's life cycle. At the heart of the hurricane lies the eye, a deceptively calm center surrounded by a wall of towering thunderstorms. The eye is an area of low pressure, typically 20 to 40 miles wide, where the air is surprisingly calm and clear. Imagine stepping out into the eye of a hurricane. You might even see blue skies above. But don't be fooled by this eerie tranquility. It's just the calm before the storm, literally. Surrounding the eye is the eye wall, a ring of towering thunderstorms where the most intense winds and heaviest rainfall occur. Here, winds howl at their fiercest and the rain comes down in sheets. As the hurricane rotates, the eye wall moves, bringing the most destructive weather with it. Extending outward from the eye wall are spiral rain bands, long arms of thunderstorms that swirl around the hurricane's center. These rain bands can extend for hundreds of miles, bringing heavy rain, high winds, and even tornadoes to areas far from the hurricane's center. Understanding the anatomy of a hurricane is crucial for predicting its path and the potential impact of its various components.
Echoes of recent storms, hurricanes of our time. The echoes of recent hurricanes still resonate, reminding us of the ever-present threat these storms pose. Hurricane Harvey in 2017 stalled over Texas, unleashing record-breaking rainfall that flooded Houston and surrounding areas. The sheer volume of water was staggering, causing widespread damage and displacing thousands. Hurricane Maria in 2017 tore through the Caribbean, devastating Dominica, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. This Category 5 storm, with winds exceeding 175 miles per hour, left a trail of destruction, crippling infrastructure and claiming thousands of lives. In 2023, Hurricane Otis rapidly intensified into a Category 5 monster before slamming into Mexico. The storm's sudden intensification caught many off guard, highlighting the unpredictable nature of these powerful storms. These recent events underscore the increasing frequency and intensity of hurricanes, a trend linked to a warming climate. As global temperatures rise, so too does the energy available to fuel these powerful storms.
Can we tame the wind? Exploring hurricane prevention. Imagine being able to stop a hurricane in its tracks, to prevent the devastation these storms can unleash. While it's a tempting thought, the reality is we can't simply turn off a hurricane. These massive weather systems are driven by forces far beyond our control. Over the years, there have been numerous proposals for hurricane modification, ranging from cloud seeding to detonating nuclear weapons within the storm. However, these ideas have been met with skepticism and concern, as the potential consequences of tampering with such powerful natural forces remain largely unknown. The sheer scale and complexity of hurricanes make them incredibly difficult to manipulate. Moreover, any attempt to modify a hurricane could have unintended and potentially dangerous consequences for other regions or weather patterns. Instead of focusing on preventing hurricanes, our efforts are best directed toward understanding, predicting, and preparing for these powerful storms. Early warning systems, evacuation plans, and resilient infrastructure are our best defense against nature's fury.
Staying ahead of the storm. The importance of preparedness. We can't stop hurricanes, but we can be ready for them. That's where preparedness comes in. Just like I pack my survival kit before venturing into the wild, you need a plan to weather the storm. First, know your risk. Live near a coast or in a hurricane-prone area. Don't wait for the sirens. Understand the dangers and how they might affect you. Next, develop an evacuation plan. Where will you go if ordered to evacuate? How will you get there? Have a designated meeting place for your family and practice your plan so everyone knows what to do when the time comes. Just as important is your survival kit. Think food, water, first aid, flashlights, batteries, enough to last at least 72 hours. Remember, communication networks can go down, so have a battery-powered radio handy to stay informed. Secure your home. Trim trees, bring loose objects inside, and consider hurricane shutters or plywood to protect windows. If you're in a flood-prone zone, elevate valuables or move them to higher ground. Finally, stay informed. Monitor weather reports, pay attention to local authorities, and don't underestimate the power of a hurricane. Early preparation can be the difference between weathering the storm safely and facing its full wrath.
Predicting the unpredictable. The role of forecasting. Predicting the path of a hurricane is like tracking a wild animal. It's unpredictable and full of surprises. But thanks to advances in technology, we've gotten pretty good at it. Meteorologists use sophisticated computer models, satellite imagery, and data from hurricane hunters flying straight into the storm to track these swirling giants. These brave men and women risk their lives to gather vital information about a hurricane's intensity, wind speed, and direction. This data is then fed into prediction models, giving us a better understanding of where the storm is headed and how strong it might become. While forecasts are getting more accurate, hurricanes can still throw us curveballs. They can rapidly intensify, change course unexpectedly, or stall over an area, dumping devastating amounts of rain. That's why it's crucial to stay informed, follow official guidance, and be prepared to adapt to changing conditions. Remember, a hurricane watch means conditions are favorable for a hurricane to strike within 48 hours. A hurricane warning means hurricane conditions are expected within 36 hours. When a warning is issued, it's time to act fast.
Climate change fueling the fury? Here's the harsh reality. Our planet is heating up, and that's bad news for hurricanes. Warmer ocean temperatures provide more fuel for these storms, leading to rapid intensification and increased rainfall. Think of it like adding more logs to a fire. It burns hotter and fiercer. Climate change is also causing sea levels to rise, which can exacerbate storm surge, one of the deadliest hazards associated with hurricanes. Higher sea levels mean larger waves and more coastal flooding, putting more people and property at risk. While we can't say for certain that climate change caused any specific hurricane, the evidence is clear. A warmer world is likely to experience more intense, wetter, and potentially more destructive hurricanes. It's a stark reminder that our actions have consequences and that we need to take action to mitigate the impacts of climate change.
Global impact hurricanes beyond borders. Hurricanes don't respect borders. These swirling behemoths can travel thousands of miles, impacting communities far from where they made landfall. The economic consequences can be staggering, disrupting global supply chains, damaging crops, and causing billions of dollars in damage. Developing countries are often hit the hardest, lacking the resources and infrastructure to cope with the devastation. Hurricane recovery can take years, if not decades, as communities rebuild homes, businesses, and their lives. The impact of hurricanes extends beyond immediate damage. Displaced populations, waterborne illnesses, and mental health trauma are just some of the long-term consequences that communities face. It's a stark reminder that we are all interconnected and that what affects one part of the world can have ripple effects across the globe. A call to action, our role in a changing world. We've explored the raw power of hurricanes, from their formation to their devastating impact. We've delved into the science, the history, and the very real threat these storms pose in a changing climate. Now it's time to talk about what we can do. Firstly, knowledge is power. Understand the risks, learn about hurricane preparedness, and share that knowledge with your family and community. Secondly, be prepared. Have a plan, assemble your survival kit, and know your evacuation routes. Don't wait for the storm to hit. Be proactive, and you'll be better equipped to weather it. Lastly, let's address the elephant in the room, climate change. We need to reduce our carbon footprint, transition to cleaner energy sources, and advocate for policies that protect our planet. It's not just about hurricanes. It's about the future of our planet and the well-being of generations to come. Remember, we can't control the weather, but we can control how we prepare and respond. Let's face these challenges head-on, equipped with knowledge, resilience, and a commitment to building a safer and more sustainable future.
Thanks for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more such awesome videos. Please comment on what you would like to see next on upcoming videos.